Before we learned math, before we learned language, before we learned who we were supposed to be, our nervous system was already learning. And that's what no one told us. Your first classroom wasn't a school. It wasn't a church. It wasn't a book. Your first classroom was your body. For a lot of us, stress didn't arrive later in life. Stress was the default setting. Raised voices, uncertainty, pressure, chaos, inconsistency, or maybe just constant urgency. So the nervous system adapted, not because it was broken, not because you failed, because it was brilliant. Stress became the baseline. Tension became normal. Alertness became identity. Here's a reframe. Your nervous system didn't choose stress. Stress chose your nervous system early. So if you feel on edge for no reason, there is a reason. Your body learned early that being relaxed wasn't safe. Here's where this goes deeper. Fight, flight, and freeze aren't just reactions. Over time, they become identities. Fight looks like control, anger, hypercompetence, always needing to be right. Flight looks like busyness, overthinking, distraction, never slowing down. Freeze looks like numbness, procrastination, disassociation, feeling stuck or foggy. And nobody told us this. These are not character flaws. They are nervous system strategies. You weren't lazy. You weren't too much. You weren't emotionally unavailable. You were regulated the only way you knew how. And if you survived, if you adapted, if you functioned, your system did its job. Now, here's the part that surprises people. When you start slowing down, when you start breathing, when you create space, sometimes anxiety increases and your mind says, why am I freaking out? Isn't this supposed to be calming? But your body says, wait, what's happening? Why aren't we scanning for danger? For a nervous system trained in survival, calm feels unsafe. Silence feels like exposure. Stillness feels like vulnerability. Peace feels unfamiliar. So the system resists, not because you're doing it wrong, but because calm is new territory. Here's the key. Your nervous system doesn't crave peace. It craves familiar, even if familiar hurts. Let's be very clear here. Nothing is wrong with you. You don't need to fix yourself. You don't need to override your body. You don't need more discipline. You need safety. Safety is not an idea. Safety is a felt experience. And it's built gently through slower breathing, softer attention, consistency, compassion, not force, not powering through, not shaming yourself for reacting. Healing isn't about becoming calm overnight. It's about teaching your body that calm is allowed. Here's the truth most transformation work skips. You can't think your way into peace if your body still believes it's under threat. The nervous system learns first, the mind follows later. That's why affirmations don't stick. That's why visualization feels fake. That's why positive thinking backfires. If the body says unsafe, the mind cannot override it. So, before identity work, before manifestation, before transformation, we start here with the body, with patience, with kindness. If calm feels uncomfortable right now, that doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're learning something new. And learning always feels awkward at first. Your nervous system is not your enemy. It's a student that's been studying survival for a very long time. Now, we're teaching it something else. Slowly, gently, together. In the next episode, we'll talk about how to retrain safety without forcing calm. Because calm isn't something you chase, it's something you earn through trust.